Hello, friends and neighbors. Welcome to another production of the program here on TV. Once again, once a day, every day, turn on the machines and live forever. Here we go. I'm alive. Made it all the way back around here to Monday. Who would have thought I would have made it this long? Wasn't so sure today. I'm alive though. And am I thriving? Living and thriving. Oh, surviving at least. Oh, I'm barely alive. Am I thriving? It's difficult to know, but I did clean this glass because it got dogified yesterday. Now it's clean. Look at that. Sometimes it takes a dog licking your glass to clean it, and really should have been doing that a while ago. I'm going to go over here to the couch. Freddie took the batteries. And then I used them up, and now there's no batteries, and it was a pretty quick turnaround from him taking the batteries and me. No, I noticed it, and I was like, oh, there's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem soon, and it's a problem now, and I didn't change the camera angle. This is where I sit, though. We do couch time. You can still see me, I realized, I guess, or maybe things are getting moved around, I don't know, but let's get this going over here. There, like this. There. Oh, that's what I want to see. I wasn't even looking. I was just thinking and complaining. Yeah, I think Freddie told me that those batteries are in this room somewhere. But where can I find them? Got some fans going. Because when I got in this room, it's a little hot and kind of not well ventilated. And, you know, that's how you get airborne diseases, and also just breathing your own fat after you burned it into the air somehow. So don't want to do that. Oh, getting schmutz. So if you put a fan in the room, is it gonna move the air in and out of this window? I mean, I kind of want to put a fan like right in the window, but this window opens in a weird way, like old-timey, just like hinge windows instead of like a slider window, so you can't really put one of those like window fans right in the window to get air from the outside, and then when I'm just like pulling in air from the street anyway, but where else is the air going to come from when I'm in downtown Olympia? But I put a fan over there by the other door. There are two fans. Maybe just that. Just being in the air will be enough for it to move around the window. I don't know. It's not doing much yet. One fan's all the way over there and right against the wall. I want to get a fan with a tube now. I'm going to get a fan. Yeah, I'm going to get the tube and just get air from outside and take it inside. And then it's going to be, whatever it is, it's going to be cooler outside than in this room. I mean, like maybe no matter how hot it gets, so I'm really not looking forward to when it gets hot, even though it was cold. We had a little bit of a cultural appropriation winter a few weeks ago, but now I think it's going to be over and it's going to start getting hot. Especially now it's May, and then I think June is hot. Right now it's May, so dark times ahead, really. Oh, I think so. Look out. So, we'll see who shows up. James has not been showing up consistently recently. Heather have been. So, I think eventually he'll get here. I didn't do this timer. I'll set it for 10 minutes now. I don't know how long I've been sitting here. I'm eating pad thai. Yesterday was Friday. Today is... yesterday was Sunday. What am I thinking? I don't know. Yesterday was Sunday. I was here Oh, there's some wind. I just got a little bit of wind. I think the wind is doing a better job than the fans of moving the air, but that makes some sense. Kind of gonna treat nature. Wind is very strong. Don't try to fight. Never fight wind. That's my advice, if you know what I'm talking about. Sunday, I was here, around 5:30 maybe, and, talking to myself. Freddie was here for a while. I don't remember a whole lot about yesterday, but Freddie was here in the beginning and then he left, and I was doing something. After the program, I went to the park to do some drawing. So I went to a park and I did some drawing out there at Priest Point Park, which is, out there, was that East Bay Road? What road is that? Boston Harbor Road? But I guess that park is named after Catholics or something? Priests? Or is that a guy's name? Maybe the guy's name is Priest? Like, Judas Priest? Maybe it's named after the band Judas Priest? I don't know why it's called Priest Point Park necessarily, but I have some ideas. But it's probably, it's named after an old white guy in some way. It's either named after a Catholic priest or just some old white guy named Priest. Or even Rob Halford from Judas Priest. He might be an LGBTQI plus metalhead founder of metal. But he's still an old white guy. And even if it's named after him, whatever it is, Priest Point Park, old white guy name. And they're changing a bunch of names. Like I heard, like a bunch of places where they have names. Like Washington has quite a few Native American names, but other places do too. I guess Chicago, Native American, like Milwaukee. But I don't know. We're gonna change the name. Washington. We should change the name of Washington State, even though it's named after the first president. But that guy was a pretty, bad guy. I don't even know is he a founding father? I don't know if Washington counts as a founding father, even though he was the first president. But I think he was a slave owner, and I guess he had wooden teeth, maybe. So when we're gonna rename the whole state Seattle instead of Washington. But I don't know. That's a fine name. I don't really care about old names. Like maybe. Yeah, like Washington's on the guy is on like the presidential seal and on the flag, which I think is a pretty bad flag. I think a flag should be something that a little kid can draw. Even the American flag is kind of crazy. I'd rather have I like the Japan flag, or like Ukraine. Pretty popular flag right now. It's just like yellow and blue. Like two stripes. Too much complication. Little kids are gonna have a difficult time drawing the flag. But what was I talking about? Flags. Washington flag. The flag of Washington has the guy's face on it, so you can't really draw that very well. You draw a bad version of it, but he was not good. And still the state is named after that, and it's like and keep changing the names. But I guess they're going to change the name of Priest Point Park to some other Native American name. And I'm fine with it either way. But they're going to go change the sign. I'm going to see what kind of backlash or front lash we're going to get. Potlatch. I'm going to ask people about it. But I think almost everything is named after old white guys. Like, I'm going to start changing all the names of everything. Like, every city and place and street and everything. It's like a big train of old white guys, and they're trying to wipe off old white guys out of history. I'm for it, but I don't know about the names. Like maybe we've taken the names and like Priest Point Park. Like I don't know. Priest Point Park's a park. When you think about it, you don't think about that old white guy, whoever Priest is. But I guess his name's on the thing. I mean, if there was like, you know, that guy, Weinstein or someone, or like, yeah. I mean, what about the Miramax was named after, I don't know if it's named after Weinstein, but if there was a Weinstein Park, then you'd change it, but I mean, we're changing, I'm for changing Columbus Day. They changed it to like, what, Native American Day in general or something, but like what about Columbus, Ohio? I'm changing into that too. I think this thing froze. Timer's not moving. We still got 5 minutes, so. Is it moving? We got 5 minutes. I don't know if it's moving, but it looks like somebody's here, so I'll just go over here early. Oh, I almost dropped all my food. Oh, Heather's here. Where's James, though? Uh-oh. Heather was here. Heather. Oh, there. Heather was trying to join with the other account. Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are ya?
I'm doing well. I've been listening to you on YouTube while I was trying to fix my stuff.
Uh-huh. I'm talking about they're changing the name. You know about Priest Point Park?
No.
Well, it's a park here in town, and it's named after an old white guy. So they're changing the name to some Native American name, and some people are upset about it, and some people are happy about it.
I see. Yeah, I heard you talking about Harvey Weinstein and them canceling or changing the name of Columbus Day to, I believe it's Indigenous Peoples Day.
Oh, Indigenous Peoples Day. Yeah, it's a thing. So I was thinking about with like Weinstein. I'm like, I don't know if they should change the name of the park. Like I don't know who this priest guy was, but whatever. I didn't even really realize it was named after some white guy until they decided to change it. But it would be, so I'm like, I don't really care. But if the park was called like Harvey Weinstein Park or something, and then we were like, oh my God, we better change the name of that park. But I don't know if this priest guy probably wasn't that, well, he might have been that bad. I think everybody was that bad back in the, like, old white guys. Probably all bad. Huh?
Pretty much. I agree with that statement.
Yeah, those old guys. So we have to just change the name of everything. Or maybe at some point we should just start over. Like, okay, nothing has a name anymore. And now that we have the internet, we can start renaming things and look it up on the internet, and then everything will just have a new name. Like, let's reset the names and have people who live there vote, and then I can live in Butt Town. You know?
And make it a rule you can't name streets after anybody.
Yeah, after anybody. And I'm gonna vote, and I want to say, I want my town to be called Five Butts.
That's ridiculous, Kenny.
Yeah, that's too much, maybe, but yeah. Well, how are you?
I'm alright. How you doing?
Good.
How you doing?
Good.
How's your
Monday.
cubicle job going?
I'm on the phones. I don't know if did I tell you I'm on the phones at my job?
No, I thought you were mailing letters.
I was. I got I don't know if it's called a promotion. It's not like a money promotion, but it is like a position promotion.
Activity promotion.
Yeah, so I'm doing, I find it to be a little bit easier. And I started doing it, and they're like, hey, You're really good at talking to random people on the phone about things you don't know much about. Like, I've had a lot of practice. Yeah. So,
That's funny.
yeah. I had a lot of practice here, so I'm doing pretty good there. It's easy.
Nice.
And I'm eating pad thai from the Thai truck.
Oh, I wish I would have got something to snack on.
You don't have any? Kitty.
We got a big old kitty.
Kitty. Hello. Oh. Which one is that?
This is Trindamere. He's a good boy.
Good boy. Yeah, that's good. Where's James?
I don't know. Oh, I don't even know if he saw the messages. Oh, wait a minute. You know what?
What?
He said he had a new number, I think.
Oh. How's the cat smell? It's all up in your face.
Yeah, I know. He's super up in my face.
My
He
cat's
doesn't
breath
stink.
smells like cat food. Do you think, should we call it? Do you have his new number?
Yeah, I got a number you should try.
Well, you can.
Oh, wait. How do we do that?
You could text the program number. Can you do that?
Okay.
All right. Yeah. You text the program number and then I can call him.
It's just the same number? You can text it?
You can text this number, but I don't like the. I mean, if you text the number, it won't like necessarily work on the program because I have to be paying attention to it.
Right. Maybe I imagined that.
It would make some sense that he would get a new number. I think he got a new phone. How was the week?
Well, it's been alright. We went to Ocean Shores this weekend. That was nice.
Was that outside of Aberdeen?
Past Aberdeen.
What's the beach that's right by Aberdeen? That's not Ocean Shores?
I mean, yeah, it is close to Aberdeen.
Like, with that place with that burger restaurant with a whale on it?
Yeah,
Yep.
fish and chips, Moby Dick.
And Moby Dick's, you been there?
Yeah, actually, we usually go there. We were gonna go there this time, but the line was too long, so we went to a different place, and I can't remember what it was called, but it was like a fish shack or some shit.
Fish shack. Probably get frozen fish from like Alaska, next to the ocean.
It was good.
Fish shack. Yeah, I've been going to that Moby Dick's place since I was a little kid. I like the beach. I want to go to the beach. I like the Washington Beach because it's like cold.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was gonna be raining, but it didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, it was raining pretty good on Friday.
I kind of want to live there. Those houses that are right by that beach. Or go by like the jetty.
Yes.
Is that where you went?
No. Oh. Here we go.
Whoa, can you see this guy outside? Oh, look at this guy. He's playing air guitar. Oh, he was.
I missed it.
Now he's just putting his hand on his head. What? He was walking around.
I could really go for some fish and chips right now. Shit. Shit.
Yeah, I like fish and chips, but it makes me sick. So.
It makes you sick? That's not good.
Yeah, it's like basically just like eating a bunch of oil. It's like an excuse to eat oil. But they don't have Skippers. You ever been to Skippers?
No, I've never gone to Skippers because I really haven't been like a fish and chips person until like more recently.
Did they have the Skippers in Lacey closed down? I know there was one in there's another beach. I think it might be even in Oregon where they have like the pigs in a blanket restaurant and.
And are you talking about? Is it by Astoria?
Maybe. It's a beach and they got that restaurant. All I know about places are which restaurants are there, like that Moby Dick's and this place called, I think it's called Pigs in a Blanket. But they had a Skipper's, so I'm pretty sure it's like a Northwest thing that there's several of them. Have you heard of Skipper's? Do they have them in Tacoma? But you know what it is?
So. I know what Skipper's is.
How do you know what it is?
Because I've seen them. I think they had them in Lakewood.
Yeah, they're around, right? They're around.
They're around.
Are they all gone?
I don't know. I'm going to find out right now.
Oh, no. Cheating.
I know I'm cheating. Oh, my God.
What?
It looks like there's one in Puyallup.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to go to Puyallup.
All the way to Puyallup. See, aren't you happy that I cheated?
No, I didn't need to go. I don't need to go to Skipper's.
Oh, well then, shoot. Forget about it.
No, well, no. Now I have to go.
About it.
Now I have to go. I'd rather not know. Now it's like telling me like I'm missing things. You know what? I went to Seattle yesterday.
Oh.
Freddie was going up there to do like meet somebody to buy like a turntable, Craigslist. So I went with them just for fun. And I wanted to go, like I was looking up where we were going in Seattle, and wanted to go to the Oberto factory outlet.
Oh.
Which is like, weird processed meat factory.
Yeah.
But the one in Seattle closed down. And I used to go there. My mom always took us there. She's like, hey, because my grandmother lives kind of in that area. She lived up there. So my mom's like, hey kids, we're going to go to the weird processed meat factory. This is going to be our family tradition to go up there when we go visit grandma. And we bring home bags of weird processed meat and that were throwaways. They didn't make it under the factory.
Huh.
We had a lot of irregular pepperoni sticks as a child.
Oh man, yeah, pepperoni sticks are good.
Yeah.
Don't you ever just like go to a butcher though and get some like beef jerky from there?
I do, but these irregular ones were there was like extra it was extra like weird. There was like the outside. Sometimes the outside of a pepperoni stick where it's like that weird chewy stuff. It was like more of that sometimes.
Oh.
So it was something weird, but I wanted to go there, and they closed in 2021. They didn't make it through.
Is there a place in Kent? Are you not able to go there? Well, I never knew you could go to an outlet to begin with.
There is other outlets still, but that was like the original one, and it was there since the 30s, and they closed down because of the virus times. After more cheating, huh?
Yes, I want to go to a Oberto outlet.
Well, take me with you then.
Huh.
I think it's in Renton now, right? Is that what
it is?
Are you looking at it? Well, I can. My car can make it to the mall, but not all the way to Renton. So.
Oh, it's right. It's sort of by Valley Medical Center.
I don't know where that is.
IKEA.
Where is Renton? I don't even know where Renton is really.
Have you ever been to IKEA?
Yes.
Okay, it's there.
Well, if you go, you got to take me with you, because I told you to Berto factory. But
wow, I didn't know it was a thing.
It is a thing. Well, it was a thing in Seattle, and it was the original place I used to go there all the time, and they closed down in 2021. So last year, I assume because of virus stuff, because they'd been open since the 30s. and that was a weird thing. But Skipper's in Lacey closed down like a long time ago, like maybe like 10 years ago or so, and it was like its own little building in a strip mall.
Uh-huh.
And then they closed down. And they used to have all-you-can-eat fish, which was a really kind of nasty thing. All-you-can-eat fried fish. And I used to get that when I was a little kid. I don't know why. I don't know. My mom was taking me to the Alberta factory and also buying all-you-can-eat fish for me. So I was just like, it's not good. It's just like you're trying to eat as much fried fish as you can. I was just like shoving it into my face and like trying to like break a record of eating fried fish. Seems totally crazy now, and I don't know why nobody tried to stop me as a like where was the adults to like, hey, don't eat like 15 pieces of fish.
Yeah.
My mom, I guess my mom was just there, just like watching a little kid shove fish. Just, Mom, what are you doing?
She's giving you all the fish that you could ever want.
Yeah, I guess I'm like, I want to go eat all the fish in the world. Like, okay, if you say so. Like, they closed down, and then it was like its own little building in the parking lot of the South Sound Center. You've been at South Sound Center?
Yes.
In Lacey? You have?
Yes.
Why?
South Sound South Center?
Not
Wait,
South Center. South Sound Center.
No.
South Center is in Tequila, I think, right?
Yeah.
They got Daiso there. You ever been to Daiso? In Tequila? You never been to Daiso?
No.
Oh wow. Daiso is it's a dollar. Everything's $1.50 instead of $1, but it's Japanese, I guess, themed or whatever it is. There's lots of it's like Japanese stuff, but it's like also dollar store stuff. But it's like way better stuff, and everything's $1.50 instead of $1. But it's like way better than 50% better, and you can get really cool stuff there. That's why I buy like sunglasses, and they have dishes for $1.50. Lots of basically anything. It's really awesome store. I go there and I spend like $200 there.
Oh.
It's crazy, but that's in Tequila, I think, with also that place where you can do parachute, like indoor parachute thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Indoor parachute thing? Isn't that over by the like Family Fun Center or whatever?
There might be more than one. I'm thinking that it's in.
I don't know.
It's like South. I thought it's South Center. It's like right along the freeway when you, like right by the 405.
Shit, you guys.
It's like
I don't know.
it's you're going.
I don't even know where I'm at right now.
If you're in Tacoma, if you're going like north, you're going north, and then there's like that sign that's like the TV, the billboard that's a TV. It's been there forever.
Yes.
When you're on the freeway, and then after that is like the 405 exit to 405 to go to.
To the mall.
Yeah, the mall. That mall right there, right?
Yeah.
That's South Center.
Yeah.
And they used to have, I think the Seas Candy place might have closed down too, but that's South Center, not South Sound Center. South Sound Center is on by Slater County here in Lacey. Huh?
I just said,
You ever been there? Probably not. Probably not spending too much time in Lacey.
No, but I don't even feel like I've seen a mall off of Slater County.
Well, the mall, it used to be a mall, but that closed in like 1995.
Oh.
So maybe you wouldn't have remembered even if you did. So I remember there because I used to live within biking distance of that place, and they had an arcade, and I was like 95. I was like 6 or something around. Or no, I must have been older than 6. 6-year-old can't bike to the arcade, right? Maybe I was like 8.
I don't know. I'm bad about ages. Maybe they can.
I don't know. I was biking, whatever it was, I biked there because they had the arcade there, and I played Mortal Kombat 3.
Somebody call in and tell us about children's ages.
What do you do at an age? I went to that mall, and they had a Skipper's in the parking lot, and then the Skipper's closed down about 10 years ago, and then there was just like an empty building, and I was always thinking about living in it. I was like, I'm going to live at Skipper. Because this is a totally separate building in the strip mall. And that strip mall, it used to be like an actual mall, but now it's just a strip mall. because the place that was the mall now turned into a Target. So.
Fascinating.
Yeah. I don't like you. You like Target? I really don't like Target.
I like the idea of Target, but I don't go in there really. I used to go in there like when I was a teenager and I was gonna go hang out at the Lakewood Town Center.
Yeah.
Uh,
Kind of feel like it's like the Walmart and Target is like Elvis or Beatles or Stones or whatever. You know, like it's like do you like Walmart? Do you like Walmart or Target more?
Probably Walmart. I don't know. Yeah, probably. I definitely shop Walmart more.
Yeah, I know. Walmart, 100%. Target is awful.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Target is like expensive Walmart. It's like just as bad and corporate and all that stuff, but it's just like way more expensive and just like going to Walmart. It's like you just might as well just go to Walmart instead of going to Target where you pay more for the same garbage.
Right.
And Target also took over the South Sound Mall, which would have been cool if it was, because there was a time at the end of the South Sound Mall, like right before they closed, when it was like basically it's like an abandoned mall. You just like run around there. There's like nothing in there, even the stores. You ever been to the Aberdeen Mall?
No.
That's like on the way to the beach. I wonder if it's still open, because last time I went there was probably close to 10 years ago, and there was like 2 stores in the entire mall, and the whole rest of it, even like the empty spaces were just like opened up. You just like run around in there.
Have you ever been to one of those 2-story Targets, or I'm sure other stores have it, but they have also like the cart escalator?
A car escalator? No, what?
A cart.
Oh.
An escalator for your cart. Like,
no.
It's like a little thing you put your cart on, so it goes up the escalator with you. I don't know. It's cool as hell. Hold on. 1 second.
Well, you're gonna look good. You're cheating again? I don't know where the cart escalator is. What about James? We never found James? Or James' phone number? Should we listen to the message? Oh, what's that?
I forgot what I was going to call you. Fucking Freddy Steel. Son of a bitch, man. Good dream, Freddy. Oh, fuck. Let me think here. Now, if I was to think about calling the show, as you call it, and, I would think about, maybe I should start off with Dr. Freddy, Dr. Kenny, Dr. Bird, Dr. Youngfellow. Hey, I got questions for you.
Well, I want to get through my skipper story before I forget what I was talking about. Are you got a snack?
Mm-hmm.
What'd you get?
I had enchiladas for lunch and I haven't finished them.
From the Mexican restaurant?
What's that?
From the restaurant?
Yeah, a Reconcito.
I don't know it, but so I was like, I'm gonna squat or something in that Skipper's. So it was like shaped like a gazebo. It was like kind of like octagon shaped, and I just had a lot of memories in there. And they have like a bathroom and a kitchen. Like I don't still have a shower, but I could live there.
Mm-hmm.
And then that building was abandoned for like over 10 years, and then they knocked it down.
Dang.
Yeah, so I really should have squatted it.
You should have.
But then they knocked it down. There was also a couple of houses in that strip mall like area, like in the middle of the parking lot. They're really, really weird places. It's like, why is there a house in the middle of this parking lot? But people lived there, and then I also had a dream of living there, but now they knocked down those places too. So I can never live in the South Sound Center like for some reason I had a weird childhood dream of doing.
Man.
But now there is a office building on my way home that is for sale. And it's like it's like a strip mall. Basically, it's for sale, and I kind of want to try to live there.
I have thought that when I'm driving past businesses and it's like for rent, and I'm like, can't I just rent a business and live there?
Yeah. Like, why not? I guess there's no shower, but it's like not zoned or something. But maybe I'm just gonna do it, or I should just squat. I was also like when we were driving around Seattle. Excuse me. Uh-oh. I got a little bit of food. We drove by. I think it might have been Nicholsville. You remember Nicholsville?
No. I don't know what you're talking about.
He was the mayor of Seattle. This guy Nichols was the mayor of Seattle, like maybe in like the early 2000s. And they built a homeless camp and they named it after him, full of like basically like sheds. And you can see it from the freeway. And if it wasn't for living in a homeless shelter area, it seems like it wouldn't be so bad to live in a shed in like with a bunch of people, but all your neighbors are maybe doing the smack. So if it wasn't for that, it might be a fun place to live. In a shack.
You know what happened to me?
Ah.
I had to go pick up a death certificate, and I had to go to St. Joe's Hospital. And as I was driving there, this homeless dude was like yelling at my car and threw a rock at my car.
Oh my God.
He definitely wanted to hit me in the face, but he didn't hit my window, thank God.
Yeah. What'd he hit?
My door, and there's 2 big-ass dents in my door now.
2?
Uh-huh.
He threw more than one rock?
Yeah, man, I don't know how he did it, but he threw it hard.
But how do you look 2 dents?
I don't know if, like, it was kind of, like, angled and it skipped almost.
Yeah, wow. Oh, no.
Yeah. So that was a great way to start my morning.
And when was that?
I think that was Tuesday morning.
And then you just kept going?
Well, yeah, because he was like screaming and he was picking up another rock.
Wow. What? I wonder what he was doing.
Tripping balls.
Yeah. Ah, monster! That's not good. Did you find James's new number?
Yeah, I texted it.
Oh, you did? Okay, let's see. Your name in the system is Heather Monday.
Heather Monday.
I thought I missed work. Oh, that's an old message from 2019.
He wouldn't be worried. He would. It's okay. I share the number, right? I think so.
I don't think James cares about anything.
You're right.
Yeah. Like, I can't believe that. James does not give a fucking shit.
He probably won't have the number long anyways.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at this. The last time we got a text message from you was October of 2019. So, that's a long time you've been around. At least that long.
That is a long time.
Time's flying by. I guess most of it's been virus time, so.
Time is flying by.
Yeah. Let's see. This is gonna have a hospital. This is gonna have a message. Maybe.
Please leave your message for 20.
Like before. You got a Seattle area code. Hey James, you gonna check your voicemails? Your last voicemail box is always full up. Heather gave us your phone number. Call us back. How are you? Goodbye. Oh, you want to say something on the message, Heather?
What? Come on!
Yeah, well, I don't know what he's doing.
Did we talk about the winner?
Well, I guess
I think we talked about the winner.
Can we talk about it now? It's been a couple weeks. I don't watch it till like it was Willow. So if you're watching, you know what we're talking about. I had to avoid spoilers because I didn't watch it for like a day or two, but eventually they just put it on YouTube, like on the comment or like on the front page if you like follow the WoW channel.
Yeah.
Like for a few days they had like a thing that said like spoiler alert on there, but after eventually they start announcing it all the way. I kind of thought it was gonna happen from basically the beginning.
Me too.
So did basically everybody did. No, they like the weird ones. It's like Evie and like I mean even I guess Sharon Needles kind of got canceled in a way. So I don't know if we're bringing up the name, but they like the weird ones.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We're almost through season, I think 7.
On the old ones, yeah.
Yeah.
7 is Trixie and Katya.
Yeah. I remember who wins this season, but Patrick. Oh, well, Patrick's not here.
I think I know who wins every season if I had to like go through and name them all. But season 7 is Trixie and Katya and I guess like Pearl who fell off the I think Trixie and Katya are the most famous people who from that season like that stuck around.
Yeah.
Well, they're pretty much the most famous people on the whole franchise, basically.
Yeah. I think so. I wish Alyssa Edwards would do more. I love Alyssa Edwards.
Did you see that Netflix show?
I did.
That was good.
That was good, but I need more.
Alyssa Edwards. I mean that season 2 of that show. I would watch Keeping Up with Alyssa Edwards, like Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Oh my gosh, me too.
Yeah. Never won anything though. I can't do it. Can you do the thing?
And I'd watch anything with Bianca Del Rio.
Can you do the tongue pop? Is that it? Oh, that's pretty good, I think. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I can't.
I got it down.
Season 7 is Trixie and Katya. Season 8 is Kimchi, Naomi, and Bob, and Thorgy.
Oh, Bob. I love Bob.
Yeah, season 8. Well, yeah, but Kimchi and Naomi, Bob, the others. Season 9. Oh, I don't remember now. If I looked at the group of season 9, I could know. Season 9, I think I started watching actively in season 9, and then so I had to get caught. No, I saw Bob. I started watching season 8, and then I watched all the other seasons before that, and I watched season 8 like live or like week to week since season 8. Before that it was very obscure, or something. Yeah. It's all on Paramount though. You have Paramount? That's where I
Yeah, I have Amazon Prime and Paramount.
Oh, it's on both? Yeah, I watched all those old seasons. The new season I knew was gonna happen. They had the top 5, which was like too much because the whole show was a whole. You watch First Impressions?
Yes, I do.
And so, you see the last one with Thorgy and Bob? Like, about the finale?
Yes, I did.
Because basically what Bob was saying though is like that it's like 5 out of 14. So top 5 is like basically half of the whole cast was in the finale.
I can't remember the specific way Bob kept saying it.
It's like half of them. So it's like more like bottom 7 instead of top 5.
Yeah.
It used to be top 2 at
3.
one point. No, at one point it was 2. I think. Was
No.
it? No, it was always 3. I guess it was always 3, and then it's been 4. Was it been 4 more than once? Last year it
Not
was.
that I know of yet. I don't think I watched last year. Really. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
remember. Wait. Fuck, I don't know.
Last year was.
No,
it
I
Jada?
didn't
No.
watch
It
last
was
year.
Simone.
Yeah, I just remembered who it was, so I did not watch last year.
Really, I watched it. I could. Yeah. I watch it. I cannot watch it. I guess. I watch a lot of TV though. I'm not gonna miss my shows. Yeah. But now All Stars. Now there's like 3 weeks of no Drag Race. We gotta wait till All Stars.
Yeah.
And then it comes back up again. I think we should call Yellow Fellow. We should listen to his message and then call him because we're only about 15 minutes left and he left a bunch of messages. Listen to this. Wow. That's right. Can barely hear ya.
This is the last message I'll leave today. You have to be ready for death.
Was he gonna die?
Give me up and
Sounds like it. Alright, we're all gonna die.
go to work.
Yeah, but sooner
Yeah, soon.
sooner than supposed
Pretty
to.
good day, but I had to squeeze a lot into it so far. I like going to work.
Dying.
because I guess one, I like my job enough, and 2, I think I'll just like forget about everything else for a little bit. I'm making that noise again like I have a bad connection, so I don't know if you're gonna get all these weird things I'm saying. Weird things. Yeah. Yeah.
I can
Everyone
I'm
has
gonna
2
call you while you're
thumbnails.
leaving the message. While I'm leaving the message.
Well, most people, I guess. Yep. Okay. You have 2 thumbnails. Do you have any tape around, like any colored tape? If you do have any colored tape, put some of the tape on your thumbnails. Like a little tiny piece. Also, change the color again today.
What color? I don't know.
Wait, was it, was that at your work or something? I heard you say that. That's scary. Hopefully I can talk to you about that
The
soon.
current subscriber you have called is not available.
No.
Please leave a message after the tone.
Wait, was it a bomb threat at your work or something?
Oh yeah.
I heard you say
Oh,
that.
yeah, I wanted to ask about that.
Hopefully I can talk to you about that soon.
Yeah.
Done the
You
program.
been watching the program, or you see the episode title?
I saw the episode title, so I guess I gotta watch the video.
Yeah. Well, I work at the government, so they're very sensitive to bomb threats. I guess everybody should be. But it's like in the middle of the day. There's like a cop shop like in the building where I work at, and I think they don't do much. Well, that's what I think. I don't think any cops do much. But especially these cops, because there's only like maybe the building that's at like maybe like 20% capacity, like max, like maybe 10% capacity or something. So usually there's like way more people in the building than there normally are. So the cop shop is still there, but I don't think they're doing much. And we're just like doing a regular thing, and the guy runs into the room, and then he says, "Everybody, like, don't do anything. Like, don't leave the room." And we're like, "Well, we probably weren't going to anyway." Yeah, like, well, that was weird. So Like, okay, and then we're like, what do you mean don't keep, are we answering the phones? Like, what are we doing? And the boss was like, just keep doing what you're doing. But don't go to use the public bathroom, go to the bathroom in the back where that everybody already does use that anyway. But then he comes back like 20 minutes later, and we all get, so comes back in 20 minutes later, and then he's like, maybe, he's like, there was like a package, a mysterious package or something. So then I'm like, oh, so I got up to go to the bathroom because I didn't want to get evacuated quickly without using the bathroom, basically. So when I was coming back from the bathroom, everybody was getting evacuated. So I grabbed my things and left the building. But I didn't really hear what was going on. They were just like, get out of here. So I drive out of here? Okay, so then everybody left. And then I don't have a cell phone. So
Damn.
maybe for this very reason. So it's like if they wanted me to come back, I wasn't going to.
Oh my
For some reason I'm gone, but that was the right move on my part anyway because they didn't want anybody to come back. But I thought it was gonna be like, is this a secret or something? But the next day, in the newspaper, by UFO. The next day in the newspaper, it said that there was a bomb threat, but the bomb threat was just like a unlabeled package that had some kind of electronic like scanning device that wasn't the bomb. That was like losing power. Oh, speaking of losing power, I gotta call Freddy. Because of those batteries. But it was nothing. It wasn't even like it wasn't even a bomb threat. It was just like a package. They threatened themselves or something. You know what I'm saying? It's not like nobody called in a bomb threat. There was just a vaguely mysterious package. It probably wasn't even that mysterious. But it was beeping. So they kicked us all out of the government. And nobody did. Yeah. It was good for me though because I still got paid, and I saw Sonic 2.
Nice.
So it was like I saw Sonic 2 on the clock basically. Yeah, I just heard the movie theater.
Hey, program.
Hey, buddy, how are you?
Well, I'm pretty good. I think I might have fixed the wheel bearing thing today on my truck.
Really?
I just actually drove my truck for the first time in months.
How'd it feel?
It seems nice. It's really high up. I forgot how high it is.
You didn't lift it while you were in there?
I didn't lift it, no.
Heather's here.
It's just, I do already have tires that are like a little bit bigger than most, so.
I turned on the fan in the corner. I want to yeah, Heather's here. Do you hear that?
No, I didn't hear that. Hello?
Hello.
There, sounds great.
I put a fan in the corner, and there's one on top of the other TV, but I don't know. It's like getting stuffy in here. I don't know if you get a...
Oh, yeah, I closed the window. I shouldn't have closed the window.
Yeah, but I want to get a fan with a tube or something. So you can blow...
A fan with a tube?
So that you can, like, blow air or suck in the air from the outside and shoot it inside?
Huh. I've seen those, but usually you gotta have you gotta have some kind of a close. It has to close. You know, it's gotta make a seal.
Really? What's what a tube is for?
Are you talking like an AC unit though?
I said go for it. Get a tube.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that exists. I did a little bit of internet research before, and the only thing I could find was those like crazy drying blasters that you put under your sink when it gets. And no, I don't want that. That was too crazy.
That does seem too crazy.
I wasn't sure what to search for, but I am calling for a specific reason. It's because I ran out of batteries on the wireless mic that you supplied in the first place, but the system, you took the batteries from the system.
Yeah, what did I put them in?
Yeah, that's the question.
Good question.
Because it failed. The system failed today. Usually it takes like a couple of days to fail, but it like immediately failed, and I was like, oh no, I like the system. So, the system.
Yeah, the system failed because I took the batteries.
Yeah.
Well, where did I put them in?
Yep.
I was building the like mobile
Was it the remote?
setup.
Was it the remote?
I feel like it was a remote control.
Yeah, I
something.
looked in the 2 remotes that I saw, like right in front of my face.
Oh, I know what it was. Yeah, it was for the Panasonic remote.
Yeah, it's
Because I
black,
was
right?
trying to change. Huh?
It's black. The remote is black.
Yeah, it's got like a spinny dial on it.
Yeah, where is that?
I did not bring it with me. It's somewhere nearby.
In the hall?
Maybe in the hall. Maybe, did you check under the, like in the drawer type pull-out thing, the keyboard
Yeah,
drawer?
yeah, that's where the other remotes are.
That's where you look
wait,
first.
No,
and
no, I have this. It's gray. Oh, this is JVC. Are you sure it's got a knob on it? I'm seeing the one with the knob. The knob with like the fast forward deal on the bottom of it.
Yeah, it's got like a dial. Yeah.
On the dial, this is a JVC remote, and this doesn't even have the back to it, and it's empty. There's no batteries in it. I thought the one that you were messing around with that was black.
I don't know what color it is, but I know it's a Panasonic.
Oh, that
it has
was
a
JVC.
dial.
All right, well I gotta find it. I don't know where it is.
I bought that one specifically off of eBay to work with these VCRs that we have, so that I could change them from SP to EP or what have you. You know.
Yeah, well,
or vice versa.
I gotta find that remote.
Well, you're having a difficult time. You're talking into the. I can hear you pretty good somehow.
I'm talking into the wired mic today. I feel
Yeah.
like I'm gonna get shocked now.
You're getting shocked?
I'm concerned about getting shocked at least.
Huh. That's the one that I think I've been using the whole time. I haven't been shocked.
I just looked at the end of the messages from the past tape, and I brought the cups. I washed the cups and I brought them back in one single day.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah. All
It's a
right.
good thing you didn't have me put the cup in my car. I feel like that would have
Yeah.
been counterproductive.
Well, I think even just asking you about the cup and then doing like whatever it is talk about the thing a lot. Even
Yeah.
it's like being turned down from that help to solidify it in your in my mind, you know.
I think I see what you mean. Yeah.
All right, here's the message of the future. Hey,
James said he just woke up.
James woke up. James just woke up. It's the future. It's the past.
Hello, future. We're the past.
Is it right
James
now?
woke up.
Yeah,
It's happening.
This is the future?
it's the
And the
future.
past?
We were talking about skippers and
Patrick, we're talking to
Batteries?
the future.
Can you talking into a wired mic right now?
where's the batteries? Did you find it yet? Bye, future.
Future.
What do you?
Oh, I fixed my truck, maybe.
Okay,
Or at least the big part.
Patrick, you
fixed
know about skippers?
He's asking if you know about skippers.
What about skippers?
You know, have you been there?
Have you been there?
Not in a long time.
You heard about DJ skippers?
No, I think the Wiimote has batteries in it, right?
Probably.
All right, I can use these. Oh, this will work. So I'm the system. Well, now there's no Wiimote batteries, which I think they should be in there. So I'm restoring the system with the Wiimote batteries. It's a bit of a not. It's like a workaround, but it'll work.
You can use the wireless mic with batteries to go look for the batteries that were taken.
Yeah, I can tomorrow. Well,
Tomorrow?
I can. Well, actually, with these batteries, can replace the ones that were supposed to be in the other one. And now, whenever we find the remote, then we got to put them in the Wiimote.
Right. Yeah.
We found the remote, put the batteries in the Wiimote.
Take the remote, put them in the Wiimote.
I guess they're Japanese people, but they called it the Wiimote, and now everybody talks like babies.
a Wiimote.
Hey, have you seen the remote?
Where's my remote?
Like, whoa,
I'm a baby.
Whoa, what's this the world pill?
I'm a baby.
I'm a world baby, world pill.
Oh, did the baby lose the batteries for the Wiimote?
Yeah. Did you did you ever have that tongue? You know somebody that had like a tongue problem where they had like the thing that connects your tongue to the bottom of your mouth is
Wait, what?
like there's like people have a problem where the thing that connects your tongue to the bottom of your mouth goes too far forward, and then you can't move your tongue up in your mouth and it makes you talk like a baby. Remote. It's hard to do it on purpose. I know somebody that had they had a surgery,
Wow.
and then they could speak better after,
Wow.
and they talk like a baby.
That's amazing.
You can say their R's. They say R's. I can't say R's.
My dog?
tongue, it's stuck on my mouth.
Huh.
That's crazy.
Oh,
Ah.
that's the
It
show.
was over.
Oh, that's the show.
James, wake up. James, you can come on any day. I want to talk to you. Maybe we'll get James to come on any other day.
Wake up, James.
Wake up. Thanks, Heather. Thanks, Patrick. Thanks, Freddie. Thanks, Yellow Fellow and Mr. Ginsu.
Thanks
Yep.
for doing the show.
All right, we made it. Here's the credits. Thanks for watching. It's Monday.
Hey, the stream is in stereo again. I feel like the YouTube stream hasn't been in stereo for a while. Maybe the whole thing hasn't been in stereo for a while.
I think it's in mono, like fake stereo, mono stereo.
Yeah.
Yeah. YDHWM.com. It's just been, before, TCTV Robert, thank you. GCTV, the baby, doing fabulous. Good book, first favorite, South Park Home, Rebecca, Number, Northwest, Thurston County, Washington State, USA. Thank you. And viewers, it's you are watching. Thank you. You ever been to Skipper's, Freddie?
I don't know what that is.
Hey, John. Hi.
Seafood?
It's seafood. Hell yeah, dog. Bye.